Hello, beautiful Cancer, and welcome to your love reading for July 2020 with me, Julie Poole. Thank you so much for being here. This is good for your sun, your moon, your rising, Venus, cross-watching, however you want to watch it. And it is for all love and relationships, singles, couples, and relationships as a whole, which could be family, friends. We will see what comes through. We're going to look at these together. That says detachment. What else do we have for my Cancers? And happy birthday to those of you with July birthdays, my darlings. Okay, that says blow off some steam. What else do we have relating to love and relationships for Cancer, please? You've got Archangel Metatron here with mercy. Okay, where are you needing mercy? Who needs the mercy? Let's have a look. What does a tarot want to add, please, for my Cancers for July 2020 in relation to love and relationships? Okay, they're ready. All right. You've got the Page of Pentacles, the Strength card, the Six of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, the Moon, I want one more, and the Knight of Wands. All right, let's have a look at these together. Okay, so the overall energy for the month are these two cards here. So you have detachment. You are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. Okay? So what are you releasing and how are you releasing it? So to help you release it, they're asking you to blow off some steam. So really get out and have a good blowout. Okay, we've been in months and months and months of restriction and lockdown. We're needing to detach some of these old patterns now that have got a bit stuck, you know, where we haven't been able to go out, we've just been in, and now we want to get out, we want to blow off some steam. That's going to help you to bring some balance and focus into your relationships. Okay, so detachment. What are you detaching from in terms of patterns? And patterns and behaviors are things like habits and dependencies and needs and whatever that pattern is that you are repeating, and it's in relation to love. So this could be with your significant other. If you're single, this can be in with your own patterns and habits that need to be released, and this can also relate to some friendships and family relationships as well. Now, with it linking in with Metatron and the Mercy card. Metatron is the archangel boss, okay? He's in charge of all the archangels. He is the top whack, all right? The top guy. So Metatron is all about mercy, forgiveness, detachment, letting things go, moving on, not moving on, holding a load of anger and frustration and grief and grieving and resentment. That is not mercy. That's letting go, taking all that baggage with you. It's not on the other person, it's on you. So as we step into that mercy energy, which is forgiveness, then we can detach truly from those old patterns. Okay, so apply this to your relationships as it is relevant for you. Okay, now from the tarot, we've got the Page of Pentacles rooted down by the Seven of Swords, the Strength rooted down by the Moon, two major arcana cards here, Six of Pentacles rooted down by the Knight of Wands. So by the end of the month, we're moving into much more balance and power, but we're starting off here. And this makes absolute sense in relation to these other three messages. So the Page of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords. Page of Pentacles is all about a new beginning in terms of grounding, security, stability. Whilst he's carrying a pentacle, this is a love reading. We're not talking about money here. We're talking about you feeling safe and secure, grounded and balanced. And where you may have felt that your balance has been off, you know, a little imbalanced, particularly with that detachment and the old patterns card. We are wanting those patterns over here have really created an instability, an imbalance. And that is what you're coming away from. The Seven of Swords is the card sometimes of lies, cheating, deception, deceit. We are coming away from it though. We are, some of that, yeah, okay, some of you, bless you, some of you have discovered or may discover, because we've got the moon next, which is all about bringing hidden stuff to the surface with the Seven of Swords next to it. This could absolutely be that there has been some deception going on. Now, this could be in your relationship with your partner who has been deceiving you. That could be cheating. That could be misleading you, leading you down the garden path and back up again. You know, as somebody you're dating you thought was serious and it's not, and you just realised that. That is going to be for some of you. And with it being with the Strength card, it's saying, look, if that is your situation, you really need to be strong here. It's time for you to step into that strength, which you have in abundance. It is there. Now, this could be that somebody that isn't a partner has deceived you. You know, it could be that you were just about to move house and you find out that it's all a big con, and you know that is hurting you. But when this is a love relationship, this is a love reading. So this could be family, this could be a friend. Somebody has deceived you and that is coming to light for some of you. Now, it isn't all of you, absolutely not. Okay, some of you are in really strong, solid, very truthful relationships. So for those of you that this isn't about your partner cheating, there is a situation here that is coming to light that enables you to move away from the imbalance that you've been having. Okay, some of the patterns that need to go. This can be deceiving ourselves. All right, we are our own greatest deceivers. You know, we can convince ourselves black is white if we try hard enough. You know, when we look at those old patterns, oh, it doesn't really matter about that. Yeah, it does. I need to stop kidding myself. I need to stop convincing myself. Now, all of that kind of energy, that's protective energy. Okay, it's a protective mechanism. When we don't want to see what is there, when we don't want to look, when we convince ourselves everything's okay when really it's not, that's a protective mechanism, because at the moment we don't feel strong enough to face the truth. But the truth will out, always does. But when we have the strength to deal with it. So these two together, there's definitely something coming up here for many of you, not for all of you, that is going to bring to light some situation that is going to enable you to come away from the deceit. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily ending relationships, but it is shifting, it is changing into more balance and more truth. And it's doing that by these two. We need to detach from those old patterns and we need to get out of the house. And this is about getting out of the house and blowing off some steam, wherever that can be for you, but it's getting outside. You know, with this card, they're on a kind of day trip where they're having fun on a train, but it can be absolutely anywhere. If you can, you know, get out to the beach, the moors, the common ground, the nature, if you want to get out where you can blow off some steam, if they're open, things like bowling, fairgrounds, anything where you can just let everything go. It will help you to detach. But with the Mercy card relating to these two together, some of you sadly are discovering that something is not being very honest. Something is coming to light and you're going to need to be in that Mercy card to forgive. Now, a lot of the time where somebody has deceived us, it's not because they're necessarily a bad person. Very often, the biggest reason that people give for lying is that I was trying to protect you. And we often find that. You know, it could be your partner's lost their job and they don't want to tell you. You know, they don't want to worry you. They were trying to protect you. And it's going to come to light. So whatever is going on, and it's going to mean different things for different people, something's coming to light here, and we're going to need to be very merciful, very forgiving, very understanding, very compassionate, and detaching from the old pattern. And that could be, but you always tell me the truth. Why did you keep this from me? Why did you hide it? And it's just trying to understand that the majority of people tell you lies because they're trying to protect you. And that can be misplaced kind of loyalty, if you like. Loyalty is not quite the right word in those circumstances, but you get what I mean. Now, for those of you single, you may well be stuck in an old pattern here of saying, I don't need anybody. I don't want a relationship anyway. I'm fine on my own. That's a very protective, defensive energy. Very protective and defensive. And basically what it means is I'd love one, but I'm too scared of getting hurt, or I'm too scared of losing my power and losing myself in a relationship. This is the opportunity this month for you to step into that strength, Cancer, and say, actually, I need to be really honest with myself, and I need to come away from that way of thinking. I need to come away from that old pattern. I'm going to go and blow off some steam, and I'm going to reset. And we're resetting towards the end of the month here. This is Leo season. We're coming into sort of post 20th, 21st, 22nd of July. This is where we're getting that balance back now. We're refinding the balance. That Six of Pentacles is all about balance, equal give and take, receiving more than enough, knowing my worth, receiving it. So that person around you, or that person that wants to come in, because it's with the Knight of Wands, that wants to take some action on your power and passion and driving your life forward in a much more equal way, that this can absolutely be that. You know, if you've got a partner that they're showing you value, appreciation, honesty, you've worked through this, and it is now a beautiful balance in that, and it brings back the fire. And for those of you single, those old patterns, have a good look at them. Those of you who want a relationship and you're stuck and you're asking yourself, why hasn't it come in yet? Why haven't I found Mr. Right, Miss Right? Why haven't I found my soulmate? What's going on? This is saying, look, there is some old patterns here that you need to really open your eyes to and be able to leave behind. And it's going to take some strength to really look at those patterns, Cancer. And patterns are generally a way of thinking. All right, they can be habits like smoking, drinking, you know, those kind of addictions. They can be patterns. But generally our patterns are more about the way that we think. And there's a huge raft of underlying beliefs in our subconscious. You know, when I'm not doing readings, for those who don't know, I'm a hypnotherapist, professional hypnotherapist for 20 years. And I help people uncover a whole load of hidden beliefs that can go right back to childhood, that block them from love, that block them from happiness. And if you have an inkling, all right, and this is going to come up towards the middle of the month, you know, why am I still single after X amount of months or years when I want a relationship? There's got to be something blocking me. What is it? Yeah. Did your mum and dad have a terrible relationship, fighting, arguing, deceiving, horrible? That could have created a belief, a pattern within your substructure that says marriage and commitment equals unhappiness, disempowerment, and that means you'll push it away. So this is the month for you to really dig deep, look at those patterns, look at that subconscious. See what's going on under the surface and be able to heal it and clear it. And for those of you coupled up, be forgiving with your partner if you find out there's stuff going on they haven't told you. The intention, the reasons behind it, I feel, for the majority have been honourable, even though they've withheld stuff. For a very small minority, you are finding out that your partner's been lying. And that is not okay. But it's going to, with your strength, bring you back to a much better place of balance within yourself. All right, Cancer, I hope that helps give you some direction and information relating to love and relationships in July. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate your time. And if this resonated for you, do give it a like and a thumbs up and a share. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and click that little bell so you don't miss a thing. And I will see you for the weeklies and for next month's general guidance from the higher realms. You take care, Cancer. Lots of love. Bye bye.